Because we had a lot of shit going on, you know, during quarantine and a lot of stuff or whatever. And you told me about a lot of stuff that you were going through too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was gonna tell you that I had something interesting. I thought about it right now as we were recording that little stupid TikTok.
Okay.
I was like, damn, because I was looking at the camera, I was looking at the video, and I was like, I look a lot better than like I did beforehand. Like, I looked a lot better than I did before quarantine. And I was thinking, because I actually had a lot of insecurity. I had the first ever insecurity of my weight.
Really?
Over the quarantine. And what's funny is, when the day I had that insecurity like creep in my mind, someone went on my Instagram and they commented on my weight. They said, "You're getting fat."
Damn.
And it got in my brain.
Yeah,
like, it got in my head, because I was like, I woke up in the morning that day thinking that, and then someone commented and reaffirmed that feeling. So it was like the enemy. Like, I was attacked. Like, basically, I was attacked. And that whole day, I spent the whole day like just looking at myself and just like confused. Like I really saw myself like getting, like, I was like, I'm getting fat. And I thought that consistently.
Yeah.
And it was like in my head somehow. And then I was like, well, it wouldn't be a problem because it's just quarantine, right? After quarantine, I'm gonna be hitting the gym with you. You know, like, it'll go away. If I am getting fat, then I know that I'll be good afterwards.
Yeah, you're fine. You're young.
Yeah. And I was like, all these like worries were coming to my mind, and I couldn't stop them. Even though I had all these rational things to think about it, I couldn't stop those thoughts.
Totally.
And I was like, damn, like, just right now, even seeing myself, I'm like, I look great. Like, I look a lot better than I did.
You're glowing, bro.
I did. Yeah, no, actually. And I was like, what was going through my mind? Because I'll look in the mirror now and I don't see it. I'm like, I don't see that I'm getting fat.
Yeah.
But right then, nothing has changed since then.
Yeah.
But it was all up here, right? Like, it was all in my head. I was genuinely, like, this guy portrayed me as being fat, and I reaffirmed that feeling in my head.
And, like, you let it.
Exactly.
You let it, like, spread. Like, you let it germinate.
And it became really, like, it really affected me that day. Like, to the point where I was, like, lifting weights and stuff. Like, I need to get on my shit. Like, I haven't been outside.
Doing crunches.
Yeah, like, I would, like, skip a meal, no cap. Like, it got, like, a little bit bad.
No, I get you.
And it was only, like, a week where, like, it was that bad. But I was just thinking, because, like, I've never had anything like that. I never really, like, thought about that stuff. But I know everyone goes through that shit.
Absolutely.
And I know that everyone has, like, problems where it comes to, like, their identity or, like, seeing themselves. But I know the solution is usually never the one that we see is immediate. It's never the immediate solution. Because the immediate solutions would be, like, starve, you know, like, don't eat,
go run
work
6
out,
miles.
run, all this stuff. But most of the problems are up here. Like, most of the problems are really up there. Yeah. And when you abide by those problems, like, if I was to continue working out just because I was worried about the way I looked, I would have never been happy with myself.
Never be satisfied.
Yeah, because there's people who are very, very overweight. And after they work, like, they'll work out for their looks, right? Not for their health. They'll work out for their looks. And what happens? Loose skin, right?
Yeah.
And they never like their body. Like, they never end up liking their body. So doing things for the right reasons is so important. So I was like, I was really thinking about that stuff too, because, like, we always like pinpoint that, like, doing shit for the right reason. Like, we always, like, want to do shit for the right reason. And, like, I don't know if you had any, like, shit to say to people who are also, like, insecure about certain things, because so many people worry about their image so much. Totally. And I know you usually, like, you really don't. Like, you try, or at least you might, but you'll never show it.
Definitely. I care way less about my image right now than I did back in high school, although I look way better right now than I did in high school. I feel like I tried a lot harder back then. Like, the way to change the most, or the way to, like, be most satisfied, I mean, with me personally, is, like, I had to change what I was on the inside. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I was super insecure about myself, just because, like, I knew I wasn't doing the right things, you know, drugs, a lot of alcohol, a lot of just hanging out with the wrong people, putting a lot of stress and emphasis on, like, wrong things and stuff that I know was wrong. And with all of that, I mean, it, like, you kind of sort of, like, build, like, this, like, image of yourself that's kind of, like, that you're just not happy with. You know, so no matter how much I would work out, no matter how expensive the clothes I would wear, like, I was just not, like, satisfied with, you know, how I looked or how I was. Like, when we first met up back in college, like 9 months ago.
Back in college.
Yeah, I know, straight up. Like the
college, you
beginning
old-timer.
of 2 semesters ago. Back in fucking September?
Yeah.
Ish. I hated myself. I was not happy with where I was because I was, addicted to drugs. I was getting fucked up every single day, literally just to make it through the day.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I came like sober, it wasn't until I made the decision like, hey, maybe I should start making the right decisions, where everything actually started to, like work out and everything. And I started to look in the mirror like, hey, like my anxiety went a lot. Like my anxiety dropped hella.
Yeah.
Like I could honestly look people in the eyes and be more genuine with everybody. What is it called? My insecurity went way down. My need for attention and need for people to like me just kind of vanished. Like I didn't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
Just because like I wasn't doing anything for anybody else. Like I was living every day just like, oh, okay, cool. Like this shit makes me happy. Yeah. I'm making the right decision. And don't get me wrong, I do make the wrong decisions all the time. Like I do it on purpose sometimes just because like I'm like, man, I miss the old me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you also have to realize like we're experiencing all these things and also young, and like it's a constant struggle. Every day is a constant struggle, but kind of like knowing that is liberating.
It is,
and it's like one small change now will make that change easier tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So like if I take one step forward today and I'll be like, all right, cool, well that step will be easier tomorrow, and then I could take another step,
Exactly.
Like whenever we hang out, girls always want to hang out with me. Every time. If I'm not hanging out with you, then I'm just Mr. Loner. I'm just in myself by myself in my room. No one hits me up. But the second I'm like, oh yeah, me and Nahum are gonna go do something, meaningful. Yeah. And the next thing you know, 5 different girls hit me up, and it's like like me a year ago would be like, sorry buddy. Hey man, bad news.
Duty calls.
Bad news, buddy. I got 5 bad bitches on the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But it's like I could give a fuck about that now, and it's like I don't know. It's just all about evolution, Yeah. And none of this would be possible without God, bro. Honestly, I'm being completely real, and honestly, I would never think I would say that. Yeah. Like a year ago, I never think I would say that because I was so far from God. Yeah. But it's just the amount of growth and the amount of evolution and learning and just like overall like constant like growth and evolution that we're both going through is remarkable, bro. Yeah. And I think it's something that wouldn't be possible if God wasn't present, Facts.
Yeah. It's amazing.
I forgot to add this in when I was talking over there. Change is good. All right. If you notice that you're growing from something, and you notice that the same things that you've been doing aren't doing it for you, as in they're not giving you that same feeling, that they're not making you happy anymore, that's okay. And the best thing you could do is be honest with yourself and not force yourself to do shit just because they're peer pressuring you. You don't have to. The only thing you could do is be honest with yourself, just so you can not be miserable. Just because you see other people doing a specific thing, and you see that they're happy doing it, doesn't mean you have to be happy doing that. All right, be honest with yourself. Take a moment in every situation that you put yourself in and think, am I genuine? Am I fulfilled? Am I happy right now? Am I one? Am I at peace? And if you're not, ask yourself why. Is it the situation? Is it the people around you? Is it what you're doing? Is it something inside? And I think we just need to all be more honest with ourselves. Oh my God, a policeman. I think we need to be more honest with ourselves. Totally. Uncomfortable. See how uncomfortable police make us?
Yeah. Protect and serve.
They're public servants, bro. They're literally public servants.
Yeah.
They terrify us.
Yeah.